Alright, it's been a while, but welcome back to our Sky Factory 3 playthrough. I would like to, in this episode, get a RF power generation system up and running. So, and the method I've decided on is a combination of one of these cobblestone generators, a series of these crucibles, and I believe I'm pretty sure I want one of these, which will require some other stuff first. Namely, a lot of sifting to get redstone, unless I have a bunch of it, which I don't think I do. Yeah, no. We don't have any redstone, so we're going to need 9 redstone per block, and I'd like to get 4 of these. We can start with just 1, but eventually I'd like to have 4 of these. So we're going to need electrum, and electrum ingots can be made in a smeltery by combining gold and silver, which I'm pretty sure we do have quite a bit of. Yeah, we've got a bit of gold and silver. And I'll probably get more of that stuff when I'm trying to sift for redstone. But we're also going to need one of these engineer's hammers, which is just sticks, a couple iron ingots, and some string, so that won't be any problem at all. The copper is just this stuff, so we have that. So we've got the copper, we can make the electrum, we can make the hammer to get the electrum plates. Actually, we don't have a smeltery yet, so that's the first order of business. And the machine frame is just iron, lapis, and gold, which we've got plenty of that stuff. So, the first order of business is going to be getting a smeltery, which is a multi-block structure. So we need 1 smeltery controller, at least 1 seared tank, a casting table, a casting basin, at least 1 drain, and a bunch of these seared brick. So to get the seared brick, we cook grout in a furnace, and to make grout, we could do this recipe, or we could go with this one. It equates to the same amount, but it just depends on how you want to do it. But we're going to need gravel and sand, which that's no problem. That's just hammer and cobblestone. But the clay, we actually are going to need to do this. Dust into the stone barrel, and then you click water and you get clay. So again, that's just hammering cobblestone down into dust. So that won't be a problem either. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the probably a stack of these right here, these seared bricks, because we're going to need a lot of them to get a decent sized smeltery. I could probably get started with half a stack, so that's what I'm going to try. Yeah. A half a stack of these seared bricks, these blocks, and then I'll get the smeltery controller, a smeltery drain, a casting table, casting basin, a smeltery drain. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I will most definitely time-lapse this, because this is going to take a while. And it's going to be fairly boring. Whew. Okay. I do believe I have all the stuff to get a decent amount of these seared bricks. So I believe the recipe was this. Aha. And a bunch of grout. You're okay. So this is going to take a while. I want to automate this a little bit. So if I make a couple hoppers, I don't think I have any cooked up ingots anywhere. Oh, yes I do. So I'll need 10 of these. Okay, so we got 10 of those. And two chests. So we put the chests in the middle. We do this. We get 2 hoppers. And I'll make another chest real quick. Like so. I'll actually just make another furnace. Okay. Actually, one, 2, 3. That's 9, so 12. Do I have... I do. Okay. So I want to make this inferium furnace from mystical agriculture, and as you can see on the tooltip, it says it has an extra 15% efficiency. So if I make a block of that, and then put that here, the furnace above it, and like so, we get an inferium furnace. And I believe if we I thought I had more coal than that. Oh, I have a stack in my inventory. Okay. So if I'm trying to think of where to set this up at. I will set it up in this corner. Move the torch over one. Put the chest at the bottom, shift click the hopper into the chest, put the furnace on top of the hopper, and if we hold shift and then jump, I can shift click the top hopper into the furnace. So now if we do this, and then we do this, it will start automatically cooking up the grout. This hopper will suck it out, and then it'll be dumped straight into this chest. So I'll just let that go for a little while, and we should get a bunch of these seared bricks out of that. So while that's going, we can be doing something else. Like, oop, didn't mean to do that. Oop. Okay. We still got our chicken over here? Yes, we do. I'd like to also get started into the hatchery chicken stuff. Speaking of, let me look into this a little bit. Okay, so there's a hatchery egg and there's a default egg. So, okay, hatchery eggs are dynamically created eggs used to be able to breed two parents and create a custom egg, mainly for modded chickens with new breeding mechanics. Okay. Okay, so if I, for example, wanted a bone white chicken that will drop bone meal, how do I make one? I don't get it. I'll have to look into that later. Hmm. 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 Let's check on this. We've got a good bit. We can throw another stack in there. Okay. Let's go kill some mobs. Okay. I'm probably going to want to extend this room out and have the smeltery area coming off this side over here. Yeah. That sounds like a plan. So I'm going to need some cobble. Where to put my zombie flesh? There it is. Manure. Where to put? There it is. Okay. So let me grab a couple stacks of cobble. Get some slabs. And we're also going to need some cobble. Alright. So, first things first. Fixing this, because that's going to drive me nuts. Okay. And then breaking down this wall, building out the platform that will eventually house our diamond set of sieves, and then build out that direction for the smeltery area. So, okay. So far, so good. Let's check on this. Okay, toss another stack in there. Okay, coming along nicely. Okay, let's put this. Yeah, continue with life. Okay, I want this area to be. If we make the internal area of the smeltery 3x3, then the smeltery walls are going to be 5x5, and then the casting table and stuff will probably going to move this Tinker's stuff over there too. So let's make it 7x7. 7x7 sounds about right. A good odd number, that way we can have a centered path to it. That seems decent enough. Actually, if we do. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's build this out. Let's pop our middle laser up, and then we will have a perimeter. No, that's the wrong spot. Okay, pop down some more torches. Let's check this. Okay, things going along. I'm going to need walls. This might be enough. Maybe. One short. Okay, let's improve the lighting in here so we don't have torches all over the floor. Okay, so we have a torch here and here. Still leaves middle. I don't think, yeah. Actually, there. Okay. Okay, so find the last actor out. And this should be enough to get a decent start on the smeltery. So we need a controller. Got a controller. We need a tank, so we need a piece of glass, which means we need... I could have sworn I had some glass, but I guess not. So let's hammer a piece of cobblestone into sand. And then we don't need a full piece. So let's split that off like so. Okay, here's the glass. So now we get one of these, a tank, a casting table, a casting basin, a smeltery drain, and then a bunch of these seared bricks. We can make 25. Okay. Oh, wait. We also need a faucet. Okay. And we have just enough bricks left over to do that. Almost like I planned it that way. Totally didn't. But see here, if we want the floor to be 3 by 3, that means we chop out this area. And we put these down. And then, let's see, the smeltery controller will go front and center. The tank will go right there. The drain will go there. Let's position that a bit better. Okay. So we want that there. Like so. Now if we come over to the front of this, we have ourselves a smeltery. Okay. So now we want to knock out that block and that block. I'm actually going to need a second faucet. Which shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Just take 3 of those and come over here, do this, and grab another faucet. And put faucet there. Okay, so casting table there, casting basin there, and then let's see. I have 7 seared bricks left. It's not enough to do a second layer. We'll need 12. I believe 12. So let's grab these. Let's do that. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough to get a second layer onto our smeltery. Like so. And now we have double the space. Okay. So I'll chuck those back in there. Okay. So now that we have the smeltery up and running, let's see what next. Oh, first things first, we need lava in the smeltery tank. This guy that will be the heat for the melting of the stuffs. So, and there just so happens to be enough room in the crucible to fill the seared tank. Like so. And then let's fill this guy back up with stone so we can be making some more lava. I think that's a skeleton, and we're going to need bones later. Okay. Didn't get any bones, but I did get a skull. Not that that really helps us. Okay. So, for the first thing, we want to get one of these cobblestone generators. That's more glass. Okay. Okay. All grab these back. Okay. So cobble, glass, water, and lava. Cobblestone generator. Okay. Now, how do I make the tier 2? Just surround it? We might do that later. In testing this on creative, I didn't need the tier 2 to keep up with what I was doing. So hopefully we won't need that. It's easy enough to make if we do, but okay, so we've got the cobblestone generator. The next thing are the crucibles. We're gonna need the cooked one, but we have to make this one first. So we're going to need I'd like to get 4 of these crucibles. So that's 7 each. So 28. Do we have that? We already have 2. Do we have bones? We don't have bones. Okay, so we don't need bones. Yep. There's a space. Bone meal we can get from sifting dust in the string mesh or the flint mesh. Flint is the better option, so that's what we'll do. Okay. So let me go get a few dust. Okay, so really mistakes. Actually, I wonder. I'll actually do anything. Oh, I need 2 mistakes. Okay, grab one of these. Wait. The chicken hammer is a thing. This guy, right here. Okay, 2 raw chicken. I want to work towards making one of those. So let's grab the eggs that we have. See if we can't get ourselves a couple more chickens. Or not. Okay. Not to worry. There's chicken bait. Two seeds. The chicken hammer is like the stone hammers I've been making, except it has infinite durability. Seeds. Seeds. So do that. Get chicken bait. And let's see what we need to make this work. That's not. No water. Okay. I can fix that. I can definitely get some water in there. Let's get us some slabs. Okay, if we dig down there and do that. And then we dig up there, we can place some water. Okay, the bait will work in this environment. All we have to do is get out of the way. So that should get us another chicken so that we can breed more chickens so we can kill those for the meat. Okay. Let's put some more stone in here. Okay. So now we were working on bone meal to get the crucibles. So for that we need a bunch of dust. And I just realized we're going to need more than 2 hammers. Let's put away some of our junk. Oh, I didn't realize I had these walls too. Oh, and I do have bones. Would you look at that? Well, we're gonna need those later, so we might as well sift for the bone meal. Okay. Put that away. Put these away. Put the sticks in here. Manure in there. Dirt in there. Planks in here. Let's grab these planks also and put them in here. That can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Put that away. This can go here. And that can go there. Okay. Oops. That was the wrong button. Okay. So sticks. We are going to need more cobble. So I'll put a couple more there. Grab those. Okay. Sort this. Place that there. Okay. Let's check on our chicken situation. We got another. Hooray! So, let me grab some seeds. Googly eyes. Okay. So you and you make it the babies. Huzzah! Okay. Oh, that's nice. The whaler tooltip up there tells me the cooldown for stuff. Can I feed you? I can. BRB. Okay. I just went out to grab some more seeds. We got a rooster. What does that mean? You. It's only knocking about 10 seconds off now, so we'll just let that go. But what does a rooster do? Okay. Well. Let's grab some more apples. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Right. So that's coming along nicely. Oh, I've got a couple eggs here. Let's go toss those in the pen. Let's see if we can't get another chicken to spawn. And we did! Okay. And that one's fully grown. Can I do you and the rooster? Stud muffin? I don't know what to put there. Do I put seeds? Do I... I don't know. I don't know. Right. Actually now that we have so many chickens over here, what are you doing, Rooster? We've got 5, so... I can afford to sacrifice a couple of them. Okay, So we got our chicken. We also got a loot bag. So we should be able to make a chicken hammer now. Like so. Chicken stick. Okay. So now we shouldn't actually have to make any more hammers. I believe. So let's see if my theory is correct. First, let's open this loot bag. Leather pants. Okay. I'll take it. While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and get our electrum. First, we'll do the copper. Okay. Let's give that a second to smelt up. So now we have 4 blocks of copper. So now we pour that into the casting basin. Wait for it to cool. And now we grab our block of copper. So now there's only 3 blocks in there. And repeat that for the other 3. And then while that's going, I will grab our gold and silver. For the molten electrum alloying, that is a 1-to-1 for electrum. So I don't think okay. No, doesn't matter. There won't be any of that left in here once it starts cooling down. If you're curious, I was checking to make sure copper didn't alloy with gold or silver, and it doesn't. Not that I'm aware of. So if we put a bunch of that in there, wait for that to melt down, So now we've got 4 blocks of gold in there. We put our silver in there. Okay, now, you see, now that we've melted the silver in there with the gold and the silver are both decreasing in value, and we are building up our molten electrum amount. So that's how alloying works in the smeltery. It used to be instant. It used to be as soon as two liquid metals that could alloy together were in the smeltery, they would immediately combine into the full amount of the alloyed metal. But that's not the case anymore. And now it takes a bit of time. Okay. Since we put 4 blocks of gold and 4 blocks of silver in there, now we have 4 blocks of electrum. Or 8 blocks of electrum. My bad. So now we can start pouring that out. And I actually would like to get a automated setup for extracting the blocks. Let's see here. How can we go about doing this? Water. Gonna need water. Gotta do a bit of scaffolding here. I'm gonna need a block also. So that'll be enough. We can take that and get some more going. But let me okay. So let's do that. Should be enough to do what I want. Grab our water back. I forgot to grab a chest. I made a chest for the hopper, but I forgot to make a chest to do the storage. So now, let's put that there and that there. Okay. Let's see if I did this right. Just there. And let's take out this block. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do something a little bit sketchy here. Okay. So let's throw a hopper onto. Okay. A hopper going into that chest and put the basin back on top. So now what should happen is as the liquid cools, actually once it's cooled down into the solid block, it should get automatically pumped into this chest. That should be what happens. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, there it is. Okay, we'll put these in there. For now, this will have to do. Eventually, I would like to get let's see, these fluid conduits. So this is just glass. No. Accepts any fused glass. So how to quite clear glass. So that's what? How do I get this? What? I am so confused. Okay, so that stuff is similar to grout. But Okay. Well, that's going to take a while. Is this still going? Yeah, it's on this last little bit. Okay, so if I'm right, we should be able to grab a bit more cobble. Fill this up. Okay. Grab the chicken stick and let's see if I was right. We were going for bone meal with this, so we're taking it down to dust. Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah, that can sometimes happen. Okay, well, this isn't as good as I thought it was at first. Because it doesn't vein mine. So I was right in that the chicken stick is infinite durability. But it takes forever to use because you can't vein mine with it. Right. Going down to dust, not just sand. Almost done with this. Okay. So that's iron, that's not what we want. Flint. Okay. $52 bone meal. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll just go ahead and wait for this to cool down so we can pour our last block. Oh, wow. Okay. Some stuff did actually go flying. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Now, let's see here. To make the... No, wait. First things first. We need the clay. So let me just grab a few pieces here. 5 should do it. And for this, we can use the chicken hammer. Well, easy way to get chickens. How are we doing on chickens over here? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh god, that's a compressed chicken. Okay. Well, y'all have fun. I'm sure I'll have a use for you guys later. They weren't kidding when they called that one a stud muffin. It is going to town over there. Okay. So we've got our dust. We're gonna need water. Go ahead and toss these broken hammers out. Feathers. Manure. Eggs. Chicken. Seeds. Essence. We sifted quite a bit of gunpowder out of that. Okay. So. Okay. I don't think that's quite enough. We need 2 more. I think that was proper math. So we can get that from 1, I do believe. Okay. Okay. 24 exactly. So do that, and that gives us porcelain clay. We got quite a bit of bone meal left over. Okay. So if we do this, I didn't math correctly, apparently. No, we needed 28. Okay. So we need 2 more. Okay, that's doable. Okay. Water and clay. So we do this. We get 4 more of those. We that. Put that there, get porcelain clay. Put the bone meal back. And now, like so, we now have 4 crucibles. Put those up there. And while that's cooking up, we're also going to need fluid transport of some sort. We could do fluid conduit. That's definitely an option. But there's also these transfer node from extra utilities. This is stone, redstone, and this is redstone, glass, and stone. But this is 0 redstone. And it's simpler. So that's probably our best bet. I think. Let's see here. The fluid conduit. Let's see here. Will this take regular glass? It doesn't appear to be. So then, how does one acquire quite clear glass? Oh. Okay, so we need an alloy smelter for that. Which means we're going to need power. So that's out of the question for now. So it looks like the fluid transfer node with the transfer pipe is actually going to be our best bet to get this started. So, to make the transfer node, we need transfer pipe. So let's make the transfer pipe first. We're gonna need redstone. I don't think we have any of that. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, red stone. This stuff. We can no. Regular sieve. Dust in the iron. Dust in the diamond. Okay, so dust in the iron stiffened mesh. BRB going to get some dust. Okay. That should be enough dust. I believe we were going for iron. Yes. I want to get a door on that. Like so. Okay. Okay. 11. It'll work. Not as much as I was hoping for, but it'll work. Also, I would like to get some fire water started. And we will be using the barrel recipe. So, if a stone barrel is placed on top of a magma block and you put water in it, it will be transformed into fire water, which is a really, really good early game fuel source for crucibles, making lava. And to make a magma block, it's 4 magma creams, and to make a magma cream, you need some sort of slime ball with blaze powder. And rice can make the slime ball, and we just got blaze powder. So I would like to go ahead and do that. It takes quite a while for the stone barrel to transform into fire water. And we're going to need 4 buckets of fire water to power the 4 crucibles that I want to have, making lava to power the lava generators that will make the RF, or redstone flux power. So, we got our blaze powder. We need rice. And we need rice dough. Okay, so 3 rice makes rice dough. And then rice dough will make the rice slime ball around a bucket. So, 6 rice like that to make the 4 rice dough, Grab a bucket. Put the bucket in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 4 rice slime. Blaze powder. Slime. Magma cream. Magma cream. Magma block. Okay. So now we need a stone barrel. Which is 6 smooth stone. And I believe I only have 5. Okay. Okay. I have 4 more blaze powder. That's enough to get me a second block of magma, so we can get this going 2 at a time. So, like so, and then that gets me those, and then this gets me another magma block. Okay. So, if we want to make 2 stone barrels, we're going to need 7 more stone. So let's get that cooked up over here. Let's put this coal in there. Okay, this is going to take a minute. Okay. So now we do this, and that gets us 2 barrels. Okay. We'll actually first do this first, just to get it out of our inventory. We got a fair bit of glowstone out of that. We're going to need that redstone eventually, so we'll keep that on us. Stone slabs can go back in there. Oh. This can go in here. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab our water that we'll need. I'm going to need cobble. No, I won't. I won't need cobble. I was thinking of something else. But we can do this down here. So there and there. We'll put our magma blocks there, barrels on top of that, and fill it up with water. Now, remember I said this took a really long time. If you'll look at the top there, transforming is at 1%. Now it's at 2%. This is going to take a while. So we'll just let that go while we get the other stuff ready. Let me go down here and check on our chicken situation. That's what I thought. Okay. Put that away. We will put the porcelain clay away. And the cobble. Okay. Let's say here. We've got the generator. We've got the crucibles. We've got the fire water going downstairs. We need to make the transport pipes. Okay. Whoop. So transfer pipe. We need to cook up some more stone. So and we're also going to need glass. We're also going to need one of these too. So this is the same as this, except a chest instead of a bucket. Okay. Sorry about that. Adjusted my feet and accidentally kicked the mic stand. So this will take any glass, so that's good. So 2 cobble and a hammer. Okay. We got our sand. Let's get our glass. Okay. Okay then. We didn't need that much stone, but okay. And those went in here, I think. Yeah, there they are. So we do this, that, and that. That gets us 16 transfer pipes. So then, we're going to need a batch of these. So that's stone. We're going to need that. We're going to need a chest. Okay. So, for the item one, it's like that. And then, how is it? Okay. That, one of those. Guess that's for these. And then, like so. And that. And this. It gets us 4 of these. Okay. I would like to make a bucket to replace the one we just lost. So, like that. Okay. Now we just need the lava generators. So, these. We need 3 copper ingots per, and we want 4, so that's 12 copper ingots. So, 2 of those will get us, actually that was the electrum. I meant 2 of these will get us more than the 12. So now we need 4 electrum plates. So that's we're going to need 2 of these. One of these. And these. So, stick, almost the iron hammer, and then a piece of string gets us the engineer's hammer, which we use to make our 4 electrum plates. And then a machine frame is 4 iron ingots, 2 gold nuggets, and 2 lapis. Okay. So, actually, we'll leave this, that. Okay. those in there because we need more iron. Grab one of these. That'll get us nuggets. We need 2 of these. And the rest of... we'll need 2 of these also, so the rest can go in there. And there's 4 of those that we need. To get us the first generator. So then if we do this to get us the machine frame, we actually need 3 more redstone. That's a bit annoying. So I'll do some hammering. See if I can't get us some more redstone. Need another hammer. Great. Okay. Let me just make sure. Yes. Iron. Okay. Let's sift this up. Okay. 15 redstone. That's enough. Okay. Let's see here now. Our first lava gen. Woohoo! Okay. So then let's toss our metal slash ore type stuff in there. Let's give that a sort. Give this a sort. Okay. So let me check on our fire water. See if it's done. Damn near it. Okay. That's one. There. 1, 2. Okay. Actually, we'll do the power stuff down here. That's a decent spot for it right there. Okay. So, put this stuff up here for now. Grab some blocks. Like so. Okay. Let's see here. If we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, whoop. Come on, game. Like so. Place down a block there. Place down our crucibles. Like so. Actually, first, before we place those down, we should get our fire water going. So then, hold on. Will this work like I think it will? Can I do that, and then that, and then no? Okay, it won't. So let's do that. It looked for a second like it was going to. It would allow an infinite 2x2 type thing, but it won't. So for now, we will do this with 2 of them. Transfer pipes. Like this. Put one there and there, because there's going to be crucibles here eventually. And then we want cobble gin there. And we need one of these here. No, not there. this. See? It's automatically filling up these barrels with cobble infinitely, because that is an infinite cobblestone generator. And then I need to do this. Like that, and then place that there. Okay. And then one there. And now these are filling up with lava. And then I place one of these here. And now it's filling up the lava generator with lava. And now it's generating RF at 80 per tick. Okay. So that is the makings of a pretty good beginning power generation. And it's infinite. Once I get this set up, I don't have to touch it again, don't have to mess with it. It'll just generate power forever. But I also need to get some sort of RF cable. Like this. This could work. Let's see, this can handle 320 RF per tick. Let's see here. If I have 4 of these, that'll be 80, 160. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay. Or the second cable, which can definitely handle everything I could throw at it at this stage. And that's just 1 iron per cable. It's not bad. I can get plenty of iron. But for now, that will wrap up this episode. Yeah, I got this started. I'll probably finish this setup between now and the next episode. So, yeah. I'm happy with that. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Took me a couple hours, but I did it. And I got a bunch of chickens over here. I will also research how to do the hatchery chicken stuff. Give me that cable back. Okay. We've got eggs for days now because of those chickens. So That's good, I guess. And that chicken manure, I'm pretty sure, is basically bone meal. Right. We got the smeltery up and running. And we got the beginnings of our infinite power generation up and running. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Do the stuff with the things down in the doobly-doo, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.